All praise to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rahakadash. Double honor to the elders, apostles, and prophets who are teaching the words of sincerity and truth, risking their lives and freedom to do so, and to the hopeful elect, and to the confusion of faces, and also to the Akim and Aqua that are listening and learning. To you, I said Shalom. And I apologize, about this lesson because I have been trying to get it upon YouTube for, a couple of days, and it just refused to upload. So, my apologies for that. And the title of this lesson is going to Revelation 21. It's going to talk about this new heaven, this new earth that's going to come at the end of the days. End of Esau's kingdom, and Jacob kingdom that's going to follow. You can read that in 2 Ezra 6:9. It said, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followed with. If you go back up to the 7th verse, Ezra chapter 6, start at verse 7, Ezra was requiring when, Esau's kingdom was going to end, with the end of this age. And if you understand that, you understand that this whole wicked Babylonian system is going to come down. Thus saith the Bible, thus saith the scriptures. It's in Yahweh's plan the whole time to bring down this wicked kingdom. And we're going to get into that, a little bit, but we want to stay focused on this new heaven and new earth. It talks about Revelation chapter 1. It said, and I saw a new heaven and a new earth. This starting at the first verse. For the first heaven and first earth will pass away, and there was no more sea. Right, the new heaven and new earth is talking about the kingdom of heaven. It's going to be, it's talking about the kingdom of heaven when Jacob comes into power. When Esau goes out of power, Jacob kingdom is going to follow shortly thereafter. And what's going to happen is that when Jacob kingdom start, the other nation, they're going to go into slavery and they're going to rebuild everything. Just like we had to work for them for free, and they boasted in all our labor and stuff, taking credit for venture and stuff they didn't come up with, what we came up with, but they took the credit for it. But guess what? We're gonna be doing that in the kingdom of heaven. We're gonna be taking credit for all stuff that they doing, all the vineyards that they planting and everything. We're gonna be taking credit in this new heaven and new earth. We're talking about, the kingdom of heaven. Excuse me. Verse 2, it said, and I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from Yahweh out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. When they talk about, New Jerusalem, it's not talking about a literal city. It's talking about the bride. It's talking about the elect, 144,000. His redeemed, 144,000, and it's going to come down, out of the chariots, coming down from heaven, coming down from the chariots, going to be in these new bodies. This what this talking about. Jerusalem is, Israel is a people before it's a place per se. When it talks about, and read it again, it said, and I John saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from Yahweh out of heaven, prepares a bride adorned for her husband. It's talking about the hopeful elect. It's talking about 144,000 that's going to come down, out the chariots. That's basically what the scripture is talking about. But, if you have spiritual ear, you'll understand that. If you don't, then, it's not meant for you to get it. And in verse 3 it said, and I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of Yahweh is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people. And Yahweh himself shall be with them and be their power. Right. When it talks about the tabernacle of Yahweh with men, it's talking about the men, the people of Israel, the hopeful elect. The hopeful elect start the 144,000, then you got the 1/3, then the 2/3 is going to be destroyed on this side, according to Zechariah 13 and 8. But they're going to be regenerated or reborn in the kingdom of heaven. And the Most High is going to dwell among the Israelites. Deuteronomy 7:6 said, we're a chosen people. And basically in a paraphrase, and Yahweh basically put His name upon us. Upon Israel. Black, Latino, Native Americans. In the confusion faces, but that's not going to change. He's going to be among Israel, His chosen people. You know, Most High chose Israel since the foundation of the world. But that's kind of too deep for some of y'all. In verse 4, it said, "And Yahweh shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow, nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things that pass away." Right, in the new kingdom of heaven, Yahweh was going to restore everything back to Israel. Everything that we lost is going to be restored back to us. It ain't going to be no more death, no more crime, no more slavery, any of that stuff. We're going to be, it ain't going to be no more death. That we no longer have to worry about dying in the kingdom of heaven, because the Most High is going to give Israel their glorious bodies. According to 1 Corinthians 15 chapter and the 50th verse, you can, read all the way down to the end. It talks about, we're gonna be resurrected in our new bodies, man. We're gonna be resurrected. You're talking about those who die in house shall be resurrected. Those who are Israelites, and those who are alive and remain shall be caught up. Caught up means that it means we're gonna be changed from corruption to incorruption. We're no longer gonna be worried about getting sick. We no longer gonna have to worry about eating nasty GMO foods. We no longer have to look at polluted waters and all this other stuff. We're gonna be in our new bodies. Everything's gonna become back normal. And that was that's the will of Yahweh. The will of Yahweh and Son Yahweh, for us to have those glorious bodies. And that's a glorious thing. That Revelation 21 is gonna show it's gonna surely come to pass. Whether you believe or not. And right now it's a great time for you to if you're from the tribe of Israel, it's a great thing for you. Because guess what? All the hell that these wicked kingdoms, especially Esau, Edom, put us through, we're gonna rejoice in the kingdom of heaven. We're gonna be ruling over them. They're gonna be under us. They're gonna be rebuilding our kingdoms. They're gonna be rebuilding our land. They're gonna be tilling our field. They're gonna be plowing the land, and then they're gonna be forced. They're gonna be forced to keep the law, statutes, commandments. So for us as Israelites, we don't have to worry about that, because the Most High is gonna place the law in our inward parts. We ain't gonna no longer be sinning against Yahweh and Son Yahweh. We're gonna be perfect in the kingdom of heaven. The law's gonna be within, so we automatically gonna keep it. But the other nation, they're gonna be forced to keep our law, statutes, commandments. There ain't gonna be no more Christianity. It ain't gonna be no more Buddhism. There ain't gonna be no more Allah. It ain't gonna be no more the religions. Atheism ain't gonna be no more of that. Everybody's gonna keep the law, statutes, commandments, especially Israel. We automatically gonna keep them. As for other nations, they're gonna be forced to keep them. If they don't, according to the scripture, they won't be getting any rain. And the thing about it, when we rule, we see a rule and righteous, we're gonna be in our glorious bodies. But the other nations will not be in their glorious bodies. They're not gonna get immortality like we're gonna get. They're given unto us through Yahweh. I get back point. Talk about this Jerusalem here. It's a great thing. You're Israelite. It's a great thing for you. For those who come, talking about I'm not an Israelite, and you just own your heritage. That's shame be unto you. Because we about to walk into the greatest miracle that happened, in history of mankind. that's for us Israelites. You know, we're going to be on the top. We're going to be ruling over other nations, something that we haven't had in, Bible says, over 1,000 years. We had these other nations that have been ruled over. We had Esau, Edom, who had ruled over us, 500 years and still counting. And then you had all the other nations ruling over us. So for us to be on top again, it's going to be a great thing. We're going to be ruled in righteousness. That's in the kingdom of heaven. You know, if other nations don't like it, then oh well. This is script with Yahweh. This is the prayer of Yahweh and the Son Yahweh. And everything's going to be back to normal, just like it was in the book of Genesis. You know, for us Israelites, because in scriptures, it often say that, the Most High made the world for our sakes, who was chosen people. He made the world for Israel. He made the world for our sakes. Seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and the 12 tribes of Israel. He made the world for our sakes. And that's a beautiful thing. The kingdom of heaven is coming soon. That's why it's very important for us to know His laws, statutes, and commandments, to go out on the highways and byways and teach the word, and also to make, you can make lessons, and make lessons and have scattered across the four corners of the globe to reach out to wake up the hopeful elect, so we can go and get up out of here. This kingdom is wicked on the way. It's going to get worse. In Matthew, I believe Matthew 24th chapter said, for the elect's sake, those days going to be short. If those days don't be short, then how come back and destroy everybody and everything? For the elect's sake, those who are the truth, those who are serving Yahweh, those days going to be short. And the good thing going to be short because, the way this earth is going, everything's going to be wiped out. Everything's going to be wiped out from the face of the planet, including the Most High chosen people. That 2/3 of our people going to be cut off and die, but then hopefully they will get wiped out too, the way that this earth is still going. We'll get back to the point. We talk about the new heaven and the new earth. Verse 5 in Revelation 21, chapter 21, he said, he sat upon the throne and said, behold, I made all things new. They said unto me, right, for these words are true and faithful. Verse 6, they said unto me, it is done. I am the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. I will give unto him that is thirsty of the fountain of water of life freely. That when you talk about he's going to give to him as a thirst, it's talking about the children of Israel. Because like I said, he made the world for our sakes, and the kingdom of heaven is made for our sakes too. When you're talking about give a fountain of water of life freely, they're talking about this truth. They're talking about the revelation of knowledge. It's going to be given unto us. Every question that we have, and everything that we didn't know, then get what? The Most High is going to give it to us freely, because we're going to be in that capacity that He's going to grant us that wisdom and knowledge that we so long after. But it's only for Israel. It's only for the Israelites to get it. All the other nations ain't going to get it. All the other nations not going to have this spiritual power like, Israel going to have. It's a great thing to be an Israelite. It's a great thing to be an Israelite, because let me say this. The kingdom of heaven is, like I said, built for our sakes. And Most High made the world for our sakes. We're not going to be restricted just on planet Earth. There's galaxies upon galaxies out there that we haven't even went out and explored yet. The Most High is so infinite in His wisdom and knowledge that we are forever still going to be learning. It's galaxies upon galaxies out here that we're going to be able to go out and explore. We're not going to be restricted upon the planet Earth. In St. John the 14th chapter, and starting the first verse said, let not your heart be troubled, but not let it be afraid. If you believe in the Father, believe also in me. I believe verse 2 says, in my Father's house there are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you. And I will go and prepare a place for you. And there and receive you unto myself. Where I am, where you may be also. It's talking about, when it's talking about many mansions, it's talking about galaxies. It's gonna be a whole lot of galaxies that we're going, we could go to. Cause the scripture said, my Father's house there many mansions, right? There's many planets, there's many galaxies we can go to. And we're not gonna just be restricted here on planet Earth. We're gonna be able to go to other galaxies. And also, the seed of Abraham is gonna be at the sand of the sea. It's gonna be there's a number of stars. You can't number stars. It's infinite. And I believe a lot of Israelites, we're gonna be staying on different planets, man. We're gonna be staying in different planets. But if you're spiritual, you'll understand that. You're spiritual, you're gonna understand that we're just not gonna be we're not gonna just be restricted here on earth. We're gonna be able to go everywhere. So we're gonna be in our spiritual bodies. And then what else? That's why Revelation chapter 21 is a beautiful chapter. And I encourage you to read it. And for those you talk about that you're gonna burn in hell forever, that's not true. There's a scripture in Ecclesiastes said, the body's gonna return to the dust, but the spirit's gonna go back to your house whence it came from. Paraphrase that when we die, we're gonna our fleshly body, our flesh is gonna go back to the earth where it came from. As the Most High told Adam in the book of Genesis, chapter 3, he said, "For dust thou art, and dust shall thou return." Meaning this body is gonna go back into the dirt. It's gonna go back to the ground, but the spirit is gonna go back to Yahweh. Where you're where you're Israelite, where you're Edomite, where you're Hamite, where you're Moabite, when you die, when your flesh goes into the ground, your spirit goes back unto Yahweh. So there's no such thing as hell. Because in the end of Revelation, chapter 20, it talks about death and hell should be cast into the lake of fire. This is gonna be second death. So how can hell be cast within itself? Y'all talking about you're going to burn in hell for eternity. How can hell be cast into hell? Death and hell be cast within the lake of fire. Meaning we're talking about lake of fire, not talking about, you're going to be the place you're going to be burned at all eternity. That's not what we're talking about. When we're talking about lake of fire, we're talking about them thermonuclear missiles. Everything's going to be destroyed. Everything's going to be wiped out. Esau kingdom, root ship gonna come to an end, and then Jacob root ship gonna fall behind it. So anybody tell you that if you die you're gonna go to hell, that's nonsense. So if hell is cast into a lake of fire, so how can hell be cast within hell? How can hell cast itself? It don't make sense. Doesn't make sense. Then on top of that, our spirits are made out of energy. Our spirits are made out of energy. So if our spirits made out of energy is fire, how can fire consume fire? You can tell it doesn't make sense. A lot of people won't get it. Guess what? You'll understand it better in the kingdom. I'm talking to the Israelites. Once I get it with knowledge and understanding, you're going to understand it better in the kingdom. And guess what? Your 2/3 gonna die on this side. And you're gonna be born in the kingdom of heaven. That's too deep for y'all, but I'm not going too far than that. Most likely, what's not to understand on the other side. But that's it for lesson 1 to talk about Revelation chapter 21 and how the kingdom of heaven is going to gonna play itself out. You know, like I said, Esau is the end of the word, Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. Meaning that this kingdom is gonna come down. It's gonna be the end of the kingdom. If you can read that in Isaiah 14th chapter, I encourage you to read the whole chapter. It talks about, they fall of, the elites, man. It talks about, they gonna be weak as weak, and these elites gonna be trying to hide their bunkers and everything. Don't think they're gonna escape the wrath of Yahweh by Shem Yahshua. They not. They gonna be man one going to slavery. In the kingdom of heaven, they gonna be rebuilding. They gonna be rebuilding everything. They going to be out in the cotton field working, and they gonna work out sweat of the eyebrows just like our forefathers did. And get what? Us it's like we're gonna boast. We're gonna boast, and we're gonna take credit for all the work they did. They did the same thing to us. Revelation chapter 18 said, reward her even if she wore to you, and double according to her works. And the cup she had filled to her double. Meaning that everything that they have done unto our people in the kingdom, they're going to get it back double. They're going to get it back really hard. Especially, Esau Edom. He's going to do his hard for 1,000 years of slavery, and also the other nation. But the thing about it, the Edomites going to get rounded up, and the Most High is going to do away with them. Other nations, now they do their 1,000 years slavery. After they build our kingdom, get what? They gonna be in the kingdom of heaven, but they gonna be under the Israelites. We still gonna be ruling over them. That's also Isaiah 14th chapter. We're gonna be taking these heathens to our places, and we're gonna be ruling over them. We're gonna be bringing in slaves around the clock in the kingdom of heaven. We're gonna be bringing them in. They gonna be tilling the land. They gonna be doing every job that we're going to have for them to do. They're going to find themselves doing it. That's it for a lesson. I want to talk about, Revelation chapter 21. I'm sorry that I kind of ramble on a little bit, but it's a exciting thing that the kingdom of heaven is almost here. It's almost here, and it's going to be a glorious kingdom. And the Most High is going to be ruling the Son Yahushua, and the 144,000 going to be the governing rulers. And it's going to be a glorious thing. And also the 1/3 is going to, 1/3 is going to, in the 144,000, they're going to bring back the 2/3. The 2/3 got destroyed on this side. They're going to be reborn and regenerated in the kingdom of heaven. Revelation 13:9 says, he that had an ear, let him hear. So you got spiritual ear, you'll understand where I'm coming from. Because it's spiritual, you have to be spiritual to understand that the carnal mind is not going to understand it. And the carnal mind going to look at it as ridiculous. But if you're the spirit, most I get a spiritual mind, he'll give you that understanding. That's it for a lesson. All praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rahakadash, of others to the apostles, elders, and the prophets, who I teach the word of sincerity and truth, and I am free to do so, unto the hopeful led, to the confusion of faith, and to Akima Akwak, that I listen and learn. Until next time, Yahweh willing. Shalom.